Let's see if I got my. Welcome back to the live stream, everyone. We are here on Women into Networking Win social channels with Impeccable Ari. We have a new sponsor for the conference, y'all, and this is exciting because as we are leading up to 2026, we are all kind of looking at how our businesses are growing. And I'm meeting some amazing women-owned businesses and entrepreneurs like Ari. So I do want you to get to know her because she is one of our sponsors. So y'all know how we get them go. And we're
Yay!
looking forward to also partnering with her all 2026 as a community. This just really evolves our mission as a whole. So Ari, please introduce yourself. Let everyone know who you are.
Yes, so my name is Ari'Johnae, or feel free to call me Babe. I am the creative behind Babe of All Trades. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, born and raised, true Georgia peach. Been here all my life. And I just love what I do. I love working through my hands. I love blessing people through my hands. I love speaking with and through my hands. And so, thank you for giving me this opportunity to work with you all, to network, to this. I feel like this will really open up some doors for me, and so I am very appreciative, and I'm just very excited, and I can't wait to for the event and just for 2026 as a whole to see what we can make happen together.
I totally agree. I'm right there in the same boat. And as we evolve and as we grow, guys, this is one of the things that I always say. Networking, being a part of communities, and then finding out where you are in alignment with your business goals. I think that is just important. Okay. Let's start off first of all, Ari. Tell them exactly how you support businesses because you're going to be coming in with t-shirts.
Yes.
Let me tell y'all guys something real quick. Okay. First of all, Ari reached out and said, how can I bless you guys? Like, I'll just put it like that, short and sweet. And I was like, well, I would love to, see if you could bring on your brand so we can partner with you in 2026. We would love to use you as one of our preferred vendors. And then if you can sponsor the conference, that'll be amazing. And she was
Yes.
like, absolutely. And then she goes, well, I really love the mission. I really love what y'all doing. I'm really a part of this. This is my heart. And she was like, and I think, Ari, I don't know if you felt that, but I was like just excited. So I was throwing all these ideas at her. I was like, so what about this? And what about that? And what about this? And then you said, okay, why don't you just let me handle the creative side of that? And then you just focus on doing the conference. So tell me what that it looks like for people working with you, because I felt like that was a release.
So sometimes I guess it just depends on how the conversation is going, how the mood, how the vibe is. Um, I am not about stepping on other people's toes whatsoever. But if you give me just like, okay, like you said, you was throwing ideas at me, and as you was speaking, I was like, okay, boom, okay, like my gears, they was they was going, they was flowing. And so I was like, should I ask her, should I? And so I was like, look, let me just see what she say. And so when you gave me the green light, I was just like, yes, I was so happy. But I like to, like I said, I love to bring things to life. I love to bring ideas to life. And so if you give me your vision, I also feel like, with different people in their brands, whether it's for women or children or, whatever the case may be, I love to challenge myself because everybody's brand is different. Everybody's message is different. And so not only does it challenge myself, but it also gives who I'm working with, I feel like it kind of gains their trust to know, like, oh, she really does this, she's not just looking for her next order. She's really involved, and she enjoys what she do. And that's what I want to bring with everybody that I work with. If you hire me for whatever the case may be, you are not just another client. Your story becomes mine, and I put my all into it. And I make sure, I told you, remember I told you I was overthinking the designs as I was making them. I went through so many revisions because I was like, I don't want them to be like, well, no. I don't like this. I was so nervous, but yes, I love coming up with new concepts for brands, showing them, what's in my mind, and then putting that together with what they had. And I feel like that's what you did with me. You gave me your ideas, you gave me the vision, and I was able to run with it. And I thank you for letting me have that creative freedom.
So hold on a second, because I had put this on my laptop because I wanted to share it out to everyone, and it was making noise. Give me one
So
second
hold on
because
a
it's
second,
still
because
doing
I
it.
had put this on my
Y'all hear
laptop
that?
because I wanted to
Y'all hear
share it
that
out to
replay?
everyone.
All right. So here's what I love about what you said when it comes down to just being creative, right? Because when I talked to you, I didn't know what to expect, guys. This is the point of what we're making when it comes to collaboration, networking, and finding a common interest.
Yeah.
Because I needed that. Like, I needed you to just get that off of me. And you were like,
Yeah.
I love taking it off of you. So guys,
Yeah.
if you need someone like Ari, how do you say your whole name? I want to say it right.
It's Ari'Johnae.
Ari'Johnae. I love
It's
that.
Janae. Yep. I think it's Johnny. It's a whole story behind it. I'm not going to get into, but
Ooh,
it's Ari'Johnae. Yes,
we do
like
stories here.
John. It's so I'll give you the short version. Johnny is short for Johnny May. I'm so happy my mama decided not to name me Johnny May. So Ariana Johnny. Yeah, Ari'Johnae.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just gonna let that sit, and we all, yeah. So I think it's important to know, who identity, right? So that's part of who
Yeah.
we are. And also just the fact that you started this brand, and I know a lot of times we don't always go this deep, but I do want to kind of go a little deeper with you.
Yeah.
Y'all, low key guys, like, we talk about how networking is important no matter where you're at, audio, video, wherever. This is my first time physically, right, face to face with Ari,
Yeah.
but we've been on the, did we get on the phone, right, or text messages,
Texting, it's full of voice messages.
right? And I
Yeah.
think the vibe was just like, boom, let's just, benefit. We're both going to benefit from showing up together, in community. Okay, so I think that's amazing. Hey, Nisa. So I do want also too, right? Because you talked about how you do your printing, your t-shirts, your design, your creativity. What started this for you? Like, what was the motivation for you to just be like, oh, I'm gonna do this?
Yeah. So it started back in 2020. So I've always kind of been a creative, but I didn't really step into it until 2020. I wanted to have a clothing brand, and for a short time I did have a clothing brand. And in 2020 when we was all at home, I was like, okay, this is the perfect time to, try to do something for myself or whatever. And so all of the other businesses that I would reach out to, I was like, hey, I got this design. Can you put it on a shirt? And the prices was like, oh, I don't have this type of money to be to be giving it out. Because at the time, and even now, I worked at the school system. I work for the school system. And the school system, they not paying us big bucks. So I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, I really want to start my clothing brand, and I really want to do this, I don't want to do that. And my sister was like, well, you should just invest in like a heat press machine. And I was like, for what? Like, for what I need one for? And she was like, just invest in one. She was like, try to learn how to make the shirts yourself. And I was like, you know what? Okay, fine, I'm gonna do it. I saved up, I think, like maybe $500, and I bought a heat press machine, and I bought a Silhouette Studio. It's similar to the Cricut, just a different brand. And I got on YouTube, and I was watching videos all night, YouTube University, and I just started making shirts. The first one, and I'm gonna send it to you. It was. Oh, it was so messed up. It was just so plain and so whatever. But I took that and I was like, okay, this is kind of fun. Once my family found out that I was making shirts, it started off cool. Well, your cousins, they're celebrating their birthday. I want you to make the shirt. So it started off, with just family. I wasn't taking it public yet because, I still wasn't really good at it. I still, had some insecurities behind it. And then word of mouth got around. My friends of family, now they want shirts. And I'm like, okay. So from 2020, it just kind of evolved into this, and I'm so grateful because it allowed me to figure out who I am as a person. And so doing shirts opened up these different creative doors, and I'm walking through all of them because it's, to me, there's no limit. To be honest, it's no limit as to what I can learn. And then I think it really shifted last year, 2024, the end of 2024, when I started really working with my hands and started making custom wood art. And so now I make like custom tables. I love to paint. I love to, just like I said, just work with my hands. And so from making t-shirts in my bedroom, it turned into me starting my clothing brand. And then that turned into helping other people start their brands. And then it turned into, people needed shirts for funerals. People needed shirts for, their church anniversaries, for their family reunions. And so when I saw the money that I could make with it, I was like, dang, this is something that I love, but this is also something that can, put some money in my pocket too. And that just really turned into just this, I like to call it a creative powerhouse that I'm currently, still growing and still want to be a student so I can continue to learn and continue to expand my craft.
I'm very impressed. I don't know.
Thank
I think
you.
I love it. I love it. It sounds like it was a seamless process, but I know there were definitely challenges.
Oh
We all
yeah.
go through challenges in our business, and it sounds like you were able to leverage though the people you already knew.
Mhm.
And I just want to kind of tone it down with that sentiment, because sometimes we don't think that the people around us really support us. But I know I've had that in my life where I'm like,
Yeah.
they're just not buying stuff. And they were like, well, you never really directly asked me to buy it. Like, you just like threw it out there and was like,
Yeah.
here's my website. And I was like, oh, so I need to sell y'all. But everybody doesn't have the experience. But I'm glad that your family supported you and really saw the value
Yeah.
in what you were bringing to the table. I also want you to kind of give a word of encouragement, because, like I said, we all have challenges, and it seems like you were able to overcome a lot of those. What would you say to an aspiring entrepreneur who is in the business and they are having challenges? What kind of words of wisdom would you give them?
This may sound so cliche and redundant, but just keep going because even now I still have my own challenges, and one of the greatest challenges that I steady have to overcome is myself, because I have a lot of imposter syndrome because I I feel like I'm not doing enough, or I could be doing more. So I would definitely say keep going, and you have got to think of the bigger picture, because it's never just, at least for me, it's never just another client or a couple of more dollars or this or that. It's a bigger picture that I have in front of me, and with the challenges that I do go through, I just have to remind myself every day it's all gonna work out. I am I dreamed about where I'm at right now, and I have a long way to go. And so it's like, if a couple of years ago, I told myself I would be here where I'm at now, I really, I'll be looking at you like, what? don't know, but I'm here now. And so when I do think ahead, I know that I will get there and you will get there too, just keep going. That's all I really have to say right now without getting too emotional because I'm a
No,
very emotional person. And anything that's worth having, it is not going to be an easy climb. Anything that's worth fighting for, that's worth keeping, it is not just going to be a straight road ahead. It's going to be ups, downs. God may put you on a detour and he may take you this way, and then he'll bring you back because he needs you to learn a lesson over here. He needs you to meet somebody over here, so it's never going to be a straight road. But as long as you keep what's at the top of that hill and in front of you to the forefront, then you will get there. And I say that from the bottom of my heart. I'm a firm believer in that.
I'm just taking deep breaths here. That was really, really good. Yeah, please put a heart here on live or on a replay if you felt that. I definitely did. I think, it's so encouraging to hear that, challenges are normal and you are where you prayed for. Like you're
Yeah.
there. And we can all kind of lean into that. So thank you, Ari. I appreciate you
Yay.
for
Thank you.
just being who you are, being a sponsor. Y'all shout out because she didn't have to. But she's coming through with the t-shirts. And for those of you who have never seen her work, please go follow her. Ask for her portfolio. I looked at it. It's amazing. And she also provides like income generating like things that you can revenue generating things. Like, so if you want t-shirts, if you want the wood pouch, I don't even know. I need to look into that. Um, like there's things that not just events, but we're talking about women entrepreneurs. We have so many things in our lives, guys. Like a lot of us are getting married. Okay.
Yeah.
We have birthday parties we're always planning for and doing things. Ari has a lot of resources for us. So thank you, Ari. Do you have any call to actions or anything that you would like to tell people that you're offering right now for the holidays?
As of this moment, no, because I am booked. Praise be to God. I am booked. So I'm not accepting any more new clients. You all was actually yours was the last one for the month, so I can just get started. Just get started. So but as far as like other orders, I'm currently not accepting anything. I'm sorry. But I
Hey,
will be
listen,
back open as soon as this season passes.
it's okay to be booked. It's okay to be booked. And listen, next year we're definitely going to be making sure we're at the forefront of Irish clientele because we don't want to lose her at all. We want to make sure that she sticks around to bless you guys. We're gonna have some things in a goodie bag. Like the t-shirts. We're talking to her about other things that we're gonna provide that has our custom labels on it, and also you guys can get your custom labels on it. And Ari, it's t-shirts, but then there's a couple of things that we were talking about. Lanyards. We were talking about stickers. We were talking about so many things, guys. It's not just limited to t-shirts, okay?
Yeah.
So,
The bags. I think I'm most excited about the bags.
oh my
I,
God,
I
we forgot about the bags. I almost, okay.
Yes, I'm almost excited about the bags. And I can't wait to see the reaction when you see them physically in person. I think that's the moment that I really live for. The after, after the production process and after, the grind is the getting it in front of people and the bringing it to life. I think that's my favorite part of the entire process.
Wow. Okay, thank you
Yes.
so much for the love, Ari. Y'all go ahead and blow her up. Get on her social media. Tell her you saw her in a live. Tell her you love her. All those great things because she's doing so much for us. Ari, we have an amazing weekend. Have an amazing holiday, and we will see you next year at the conference, girl.
Thank you. Same to you. I will be seeing you. Talk to you soon.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.